my husband, Kenny. He's been lying, cheating, and stealing from me, and I want to know why. I want to know if he's been sleeping around while he was with me.
Before the show, he took a lie detector test.
We got married last summer, which is also when I found out he was 18 at the time. We've been together for 3 years.
Come on. You didn't know you were dating a 15-year-old?
I could have been locked up for this reason.
If I'm a kid, you know, why is she still with me?
He pawned his wedding.
Yes, he did.
I did it. I found it.
And those were the exact rings that he put on my finger when we got married.
I smoke weed. I started taking ecstasy pills.
You're making mistake after mistake here. Did he punch you in the nose?
He knocked me out. I was literally on the floor bleeding.
And he broke your nose?
Yep.
She's not telling me everything. She was 5 months pregnant. She got an abortion. You know, I wanted to start a family with the baby. You know, I wanted to be like, yo, this is my son. You know, I want to say, yo, I'm proud of you. Like, every morning, give him a kiss.
You're going to bring a child into the world, and you're out committing burglaries, smoking pot, taking ecstasy, everything else.
Because I really wanted to be a father, you know.
Are you really ready to become a father? It doesn't balance out. Either you're a good guy or you're not a good guy. Welcome to the show. My guest is Nareda. Nareda, why don't you tell me why you're here?
I'm here because I want to know why my husband, Kenny, has been stealing from me. He's been lying to me, and he's been lying, cheating, and stealing from me, and I want to know why he's been doing these things to me.
And how long have you been married?
Well, it hasn't been a year yet, you know. We got married last summer, August, which is also when I found out he was 18 at the time.
How old did you think he was?
He showed me ID that wasn't his. It was his brother's ID that stated he was like 24 at the time. Then that's when I found out he was 18.
How long were you dating before you married him?
We've been together for 3 years now.
So you've been together a long time?
Yes.
You didn't notice the high school jacket or?
No, nothing.
You had no clue that he was 15?
Not at all.
Really?
Really.
So, okay, so you start dating him. He obviously was 15 when you started dating him?
I believe so now, yeah.
But you were under the impression he was 21?
Yeah.
And then when you got married, you thought he was 24, and you're 24 also?
I'm 26 now.
Oh, you're 26.
Yeah.
So you thought you were 2 years older than him?
Yeah. So I didn't think nothing much of it.
And he's 18 now?
He's 18 now.
So you didn't know you were 8 years older than him?
No, I did not.
How did you find out?
I found out because when they told us to give in the papers together, that's when I seen it on his birth certificate.
What did you say to him?
I asked him, I said, why would he lie to me about his age? I have a 6-year-old. I could have been locked up for this reason. And he told me that the reason why he lied was because he didn't want me to break up with him or anything.
Well, it's pretty dishonest to say, like you said, here you are an adult woman and you didn't even realize basically at 15 you're sleeping with the child, right?
Yeah, I confronted him. I told him, why would he lie to me? Why didn't he just tell me the truth? His reasons were because I would have said no if he would have told me his age. And then my family was on me, telling me, look, y'all been together this long, you might as well just go along with it. So I listened to my family and I went along with it because I care for him. I'm the only one that's been there for him. He has nobody. Nobody in his family cares about him at all.
And again, just going back, what was he doing during the day? I mean, most 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds are in school. Was he working?
Yes, at the time he was working like any normal man. So he
had a job, so you thought
he was very responsible with me.
So, okay, and now you've been married since August, you said, of last year?
Yes, since August.
And very short period later, you already think he's stealing from you, he's cheating on you. Why do you think he's cheating on you?
He does things that are not normal. He used to put his phone on the stand to charge. Now he sleeps with his phone. He puts it in between the bed. He doesn't tell me where he's going. There's been numerous calls in my house, you know, where it's private and nobody want to answer me. You know, they just stay shut. So you pick up the phone? Yeah, I pick up the phone, nobody answer. But if he picks up the phone, they'll answer. and he hides in the bathroom to answer the phone. He's constantly on the phone.
Do you have any children with him?
No, I have no kids with him, but I
you're,
have
you're
a
raising,
6-year-old.
you have a 6-year-old.
I have a 6-year-old.
And
son.
how is he with your child?
They're very loving to each other. My son calls him dad sometimes.
Has he cheated on you in the past?
In the past, I've confronted him about one occasion where I found a number in his wallet. And he told me that supposedly somebody put the number in his wallet, when in reality, I know it's his handwriting.
Maybe it was the girl.
Yeah, but it was his handwriting.
So he had another girl's phone number in his wallet.
Yes.
And how did you know it was a girl's phone number?
Because I called the number, obviously.
And what happened?
And she told me that, yeah, she was seeing him and I told her, well, you know that he's married? Because we're married.
Oh, this happened while you were married?
Yeah.
And what did she say when you asked if
She said that she didn't know and she didn't care and that they were seeing each other and that's that.
Did you confront your husband on this?
Yes, I did. He said he didn't know her.
Not at all, huh?
He didn't know who she was. He didn't know how she got the number. He didn't know nothing about the number in his wallet.
And so today, what exactly do you want to happen?
I want to know why he did those things. Why would he steal from me? Why would he pawn his wedding rings?
He pawned his wedding ring.
Yes, he did.
And what's he pawning his wedding ring and stealing? And what else has he stolen from you?
He's stolen a chain that my baby father bought me years ago. He's pawned my wedding band. He's pawned my engagement ring and his wedding band as well.
And what's he doing with the money?
I have no idea.
Is he on drugs or?
Well, recently, I just found out that he was smoking weed, and he was also on ecstasy pills.
Has he ever been abusive towards you?
For the past month, he's like, why are you with me? I don't like you. I don't love you. I'm young. I should be out there partying. I should be out there having fun. Why am I here? You know, things like that.
And when he says that, what do you feel? Like, what do you say to him?
I feel very bad, but as well, I also tell him, if you're not feeling good here, you know, and you want to do all those things, why not tell me, well, go get divorced and you go do your life and I go continue with mine. But he chooses to say, no, that I love you, I want to be with you, I want to fix this. But every time he says he wants to fix it, he ends up doing something even worse.
Has he ever hit you?
He hit me once where he, my nose is broken, right here.
Did he punch you in the nose?
Yes.
So he punched you in the nose. Why would he punch you in the nose?
Because I had proof that he was talking to a female, and I had the number. So therefore, he got upset, and he told my family members that it was by accident that he hit me with his elbow. But if you see his height and my height, it's a total different, you know.
Well, you saw what was coming. What was coming towards your face, an elbow or a fist?
His fist hit me.
So he clenched up and he punched you in the face.
Yes, he did.
He knocked you out.
He knocked me out. I was literally on the floor bleeding.
And he
through my
broke your nose.
Yes.
And when you came to, what did you do?
I just got up and I just left the apartment. I just went to my mom's house.
Why wouldn't you call the police and have this guy locked up? I guess when I hear a story like this, I keep going back to the same thing. Why do you stay? He punches you in the nose, he breaks your nose, he knocks you out. If anybody did that to me, whether I was in a bar or on the street, I'd want them either locked up or I would try to break their nose. Here you're living with the guy. You're going to bed with him. You're sleeping with him. And I gotta ask, why would you spend one more night, one more second with this guy? The moment that you came to, you know, the moment you come to, he just busted your nose and you come and you're bleeding, wouldn't you say, okay, that's it. I put up with the stealing, I put up with the lying, but now when you start breaking my nose, That's the line. That's the line you're not going to cross. How'd you find out he was stealing from you?
Not so long ago, a few weeks ago, he was sort of like running to the mailbox every day for some reason before I come out of work. The next day I decided to open it, and when I opened it, there was a letter for him that said Golden Pawn Shop, Kenny. So I said, I went inside my house, I spoke to a family member, and I told them I have a feeling these are my rings. I should open this and find out what's going on. So I open it, I call the place, I tell them that we're married. I also tell them that I have proof that we're married if he needs. I explained to the guy before he showed me the rings, how the ring looked. And his expression was, oh my God, your husband seriously pawned your wedding rings. Like, what is wrong with that? So I told him how the rings look, and he showed them to me. He said, this is crazy. And those were the exact rings that he put on my finger when we got married.
And that's the reason you're not wearing a wedding ring right now, because he pawned them.
I actually had to pay to take my rings out of the pawn shop.
So
I'm wearing them right here, right now.
And why aren't you wearing them?
Why would I wear a ring from a guy that pawned the rings for me?
Today, sitting here, do you still love this guy?
I want to know why he did it.
I didn't ask you that.
If, depending on the results that come in, if he's been lying about other things that are more of my interest, I'm not going to be with him no more. I shouldn't put up with him.
What don't you know?
I want to know if he's been sleeping around while he was with me.
You know what?
all these
I'm going to
other
take a
things.
crazy guess, and I don't like doing this, but I'm going to take a crazy guess. Yes. What else do you need? And I'm not trying to be mean here. What other sign do you need to say it's over? He's 18. He's a child. Technically, by law, I guess you're an adult, but 18 years old. He's in this marriage. There's no commitment. There's no bond. There's no, I'm going to be there for you. Everything you tell me about this guy, why would you want him around your son for even one more second? What if your son does something to piss him off? He punches your son, breaks your 6-year-old's nose. Was your son witness to this punching you in the
No,
nose?
he was not
He wasn't.
in the apartment when it happened.
And so you're telling me now you don't want to be with him.
No.
And before the show, he took a lie detector test. Maybe that's going to answer some of the questions. But why would you want to, if it's over, why would you want to know that he was cheating on you?
It will be more as proof towards his side because he's constantly telling me that he has not done all these things.
And what if
that he wants to work things out.
And what if he's telling the truth? He says, I did everything that you said, but I didn't cheat on you.
I'm still not going to be with him.
It's not over, is it?
Over.
Would you like to work things out with him?
No.
Really?
No.
I gotta say I don't believe you. Only because if it wasn't over, why would you be here? Why would you want to know the results of a lie detector test? Why would you want to know if he cheated on you? If you want to know, I think there's still feelings there. I think if you really didn't give a damn, you would say, I don't give a damn who you slept with, what you did, because of what I know, factually, what you did with my rings, what you did to my nose, I'm out of here. I'm gone. What I want to ask Nareda is for you to leave the stage. I'm going to talk to Kenny, and I'll give you a chance to come out and confront him. Let's bring out Nareda's husband, Kenny.
First of all, Steve, I'm not a kid. I'm a grown adult. I'm going to tell you what happened. Why am I acting like that? She's not telling you everything. Last year in July, she got pregnant by me, And she was pregnant. She She was listening to her parents. I was working at then, but I got laid off, because all the economy stuff and everything, I admit I did steal her jewelry. I did cheat, and I told her, but I don't have nobody in my life. I don't have my mother. My mother abandoned me when I was 3 months. My father was never there. So ever since, I was speaking, she's like the only person I can speak to, where I can tell her about my situation with my family, what's going on, because I've been from foster home to group home, and everywhere I go, I just get kicked out, It's because of my family, Every time my family, something happens, goes wrong, oh, he did it. So I met her, she understanded me, that's why I got married with her, because she listens to me, It's like I have a strong feeling with her. And since the abortion, she didn't tell me nothing. So that's why I'm acting the way I am, because she was 5 months pregnant, she got an abortion. It took a 2-day process for her to do it. And I tried to talk to her, and she didn't want to listen to me.
And that hurt you greatly.
Yeah, it hurted me because I wanted to start a family, I wanted to be like, yo, this is my son, I want to say, yo, I'm proud of you. Like every morning, give him a kiss. Every night, give him a kiss. Her son calls me dad. And every time he calls me dad, I cry because, I wanted my kid, And that's why I'm acting the way I am. Like ever since that, my life just changed because of the abortion. Because I really wanted to be a father, I know I'm not the best person in this world, because everybody makes mistakes in this world, But I try to do what I can, I try. It got to the point where I started selling drugs so I could provide for her, I know that's not the good thing to do, but hey, Christmas I got locked up. Why? Because I didn't have no money. I tried to get some money if I could get my stepson a gift for Christmas, and I got locked up. I spent Christmas in jail, I spent New Year's in jail, and I came out January 6th, After I came out, I tried to look for a job. I can't get a job because they said I have a felony. So then I started selling drugs. Once I started getting money, she's like, she didn't care. She was like, oh, you're doing this for my son, you're doing this, that, and the third. I buy them clothes, I buy food and everything, I try to do best. I can't do a lot, but, I try. I try. It's like, the more I try to do good for myself, every time I do good for myself, it ends up hurting me and ends up messing me up.
I understand that you had a rough childhood. I understand that you fall in love with the woman and maybe, you're 15, 16, whatever at the time. And maybe, yeah, I'm really 21 because you want to be with her. I understand that. I do. But I think on the woman's wedding day, your wedding day, on that day, you might say, I don't know if she wants to find out how really old you are by an ID.
But she
by the way,
she knew that she found out I was 17 years old when she got the abortion. She's not telling you the whole thing,
Okay, see, a little bit, I got to believe you there. I thought when she said, I can't believe she didn't know, you look like a young guy. I mean, you look like you're 18 years old right now. Mm-hmm. 3 years ago, you had to look really baby-faced.
Yeah.
Not that's a bad thing, that's a good thing. You look young. But I'm certainly, when she was telling me this story, I didn't even meet you, and I'm like, come on, you didn't know you were dating a 15-year-old? And now when you tell me this, I'm inclined to believe you. I might be wrong, but I'm inclined to believe you. Now, so you're saying she found out at 17 because?
She found out at 17 because when she got the abortion, she was listening to her family. I told her, please don't do it. I was crying, because how would you feel if your wife is pregnant 5 months? It's already formed, the baby's formed, and I was trying to talk to her, but instead she wants to listen to her family and everything.
And why were they advising her to do this?
Because I wasn't working at the time,
That's the reason why?
That's the reason why I wasn't working. I wanted to start a family with the baby, I wanted to be there for her, and I still want to be there for her, you understand?
You want to stay married to Nareda?
I want to stay married to Nareda, yes, I do. I'm not going to lie, yes, I done did my dirt back in the days, I admit to her, yes, I cheated on her. But there's the reason why I cheated.
Why would you cheat on her?
Because, I felt like she didn't care. Because if you going to do an abortion and you don't tell me.
Okay. You didn't like that. She made a decision that hurt you deeply. But then to go out and you would think maybe, okay, this is a bad thing for you. It messed you up in your mind. Wouldn't you say, okay, we need to talk. We need to communicate. I'm going to be more loving. I mean, you went out, you cheated on her. You broke her nose? You punched her in the nose? You broke her nose?
No, I didn't break her nose because if I was to break her nose knowing, you know, she would have brought proof here stating that I broke her nose. She would have brought you a hospital letter stating that I broke her nose.
Well, no, let's not go down that road. Let's just say, did you hit her?
No, I didn't. You know, we had an argument about, you know, some stuff about, there was this girl when I was going to a program, you know, like this welfare program, you know. And there was like, if you need somebody to talk to, you know, call this number. You know, so I was like, okay, so I put in my wallet. That day I got locked up. And she went through my wallet and then she called and started saying, oh, who's this chick? Oh, what you doing with my husband, this, that, and third. And then she's trying to explain to her, they was like, oh no, she's trying to explain to her that, oh, we don't have nothing going on. She's a married woman herself.
No wife's gonna wanna find some other woman's phone number in your wallet. It's as simple as that.
And no husband wants to find another man's number in an iPod.
Did you find another?
Yeah, I found the numbers. Yo, she's telling me it's her friend when she's working in a bakery.
You're making accusations. This is your wife. Was she?
Because she's making accusations on me that I'm cheating on her, you know?
If you know all this is going on, you were deeply hurt about her pregnancy and her ending it, why would you marry her?
I married her because I love her, yo.
And what about the pawning of the jewelry?
I did it. I pawned it.
Why would you do that?
Because, all right, I smoke weed. I started taking ecstasy pills to forget about all the situation that's going on. You know, I admit I did pawn it, but when I pawned it, you know, I felt bad. But I pawned it, but I bought stuff for the house like food and stuff like that.
And some weed and some ecstasy.
Yeah.
Not really so much bologna sandwiches as much as the ecstasy,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And you were arrested on Christmas for burglary, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You want a child, you want to bring a child into the world, and you're out committing burglaries, smoking pot, taking ecstasy, everything else. Are you really ready to become a father?
But I just started doing this.
It doesn't matter when you start. You should never start it.
All right, but she should have never gave the abortion. She should have never did the abortion.
You know what? Those are things a husband and wife need to talk about.
But why she don't want to talk to me about it? Every time I try to talk to her, she runs to her mother.
That's your wife.
I understand that's my wife. If that's my wife, she would sit down and talk to me and be like, yo, this is how I feel about you. This is this, that, and the third. You understand? I try to talk to her, but she doesn't want to listen to me.
You know what the honest truth is, Kenny? She might look at you and say, you're a kid, I'm not going to.
So then why is she still with me? If I'm a kid, you know, why is she still with me?
I agree.
You know, I
agree.
tried so hard, you know, I bust my ass working, you know. I got laid off, you know, but I tried to get back on my feet, you know. I tried, I did construction, I worked in a factory, you know. I tried to do everything that I can to provide for my family. For my 6-year-old son that I can say is my son because he calls me dad, you know. I tried to do everything, you know.
Kenny, you build yourself up to be like this, and I'm not saying you're a bad guy. I think you're a troubled young man, and I think you got problems, but I think somewhere deep down you probably got a good heart. But you're making mistake after mistake here. One minute you say you'll do everything your family and buy them everything, and the next minute you're talking about stealing and selling and pawning your wedding bands, and you're buying ecstasy and pot. It doesn't balance out. You're working so hard, you're this honest working guy, and then the next minute you're breaking into somebody's house so you can buy something. Either you're a good guy or you're not a good guy.
Listen, Steve, I'm going to tell you something. I'm not going to say I'm a good guy, but I'm not going to say I'm a bad guy.
Or, you know what? Again, either you're a good guy or a bad guy, or you're a kid, and you're growing up and you're learning.
You're right, I am a kid, I am a kid, but I took the responsibility that a man's supposed to do.
And I'm not trying to say...
And to be a father for that kid.
You know what?
I took that responsibility myself,
but
you know?
honestly, I don't think, and this is just me, but I don't think that's something that you're ready for. I don't think you're ready for the responsibility of being in a marriage. I don't think you're ready for the responsibility of raising a son. And I think going through all that, going through all these things, I don't think you need to make your life any harder to be committed to a woman that I don't think you're committed to. You're too young. You're too young to be a father. You're still learning and growing. And the problem is you haven't had somebody in your life to teach you, no, you're not going to do that. I'm going to put a foot if you do that. You haven't had that. But honestly, Kenny, you're way in over your head.
How am I way over my head?
You're
If I came here because I want help, you know, I want to fix my life, you know. I don't want to be on the street, like a bum in the street, not doing nothing for himself. No, I want to finish school. You know, I didn't finish school. My GPA average is 3.5, you understand? I'm not a stupid kid.
I don't think you are.
When I was in 10th grade, I was taking college classes of math, you know.
I look at you, and I could have been you at 18. And I think that you want to do, you're trying to do good, but you're not doing it because you don't know how to do it. Thank God, and I can only speak from my life. The only difference probably in our lives is that my father was there, my mother was there. They took care of me. My father set guidelines for me. He made sure I walked the line, that I didn't veer too off the path.
Some people,
and I think that's. You're right.
Some people's unfortunate, like you have family, right. I didn't have family.
Right, and I'm saying that's probably maybe the only difference between, I see a lot of myself in you. I could have probably been going down the same path you are, as making mistakes, breaking into houses.
But I don't want to go through that path. I want to change. I want to go through a straight line instead of going like this.
And I want to help you.
That's why I want you. I want help.
And all I'm saying is, Kenny, I want to give you help. I'd love to be a mentor to you. But until you get to a certain point in your life, a certain maturity level, realize the things that you've been doing are wrong to your wife, to your stepson, you really need to let yourself grow up. There's nothing wrong with going to the movies with a girl at your age. There's nothing wrong with getting girls' phone numbers and calling them. There's nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. But you shouldn't be married then. You shouldn't be telling a woman, I'm committed to you.
But if you have the strong feeling with one person and another, you know, that feeling connects and it bonds, you know. You're going to have that feeling for that person. Even though, you know, it's like marriage.
Do you trust me, Kenny?
Yes, I trust you.
Do you trust me?
I do trust you.
Then I'm going to tell you a little bit of info. That feeling that you have now, you're going to have 10 more times before you're 30. That feeling of love and I can't live without this person, really until you're in, you know, later on in life, you're going to have that feeling come in and come out. And there's nothing wrong with going it. Find out, experience, eat an apple, eat an orange, eat some grapes. I mean, that's what life's about. Until you find out, man, I really love oranges. But I want to give you a chance to talk to your wife. Let's bring Nareda back out.
Why would you want me to have a kid when you're not working, you're lying, you're cheating, you're using drugs? You can't even sit down and have a conversation with me. And the first thing you do is walk away and start smoking weed. You want me to bring a kid to this world to see daddy smoking?
You should have thought of that when you got pregnant.
I'm talking now.
You should have thought of that when you got pregnant about me.
I am talking now.
And listening to your family getting an abortion.
Let me talk. You already spoke.
Let
me talk now. All right? The reason why my family member gave me the advice was
talk to your husband.
You wasn't doing your part. You wasn't working. How many times you told me you were working, I would call and find out that you only work one day. I suffer already with my son is hard. You're not doing your part, so why would I have another kid?
So then why would you get pregnant by me? You should have thought of that when we was doing something.
That's something that a couple do without thinking. Hello.
All right, so then when we're doing something,
I lay down with you
let me
and
talk.
Then the next
let me
day,
talk. All right,
listen.
listen.
Yeah, I decide to be pregnant. No, it just happens.
All right, it does happen, you know?
All right.
It does. But we was planning, we was like, yo, you know, we should have a kid. Maybe this relationship would change a little bit if we have a kid. That's what you were saying.
But a kid doesn't change the relationship. If you're not changing with me, if you're not being loyal.
What do you expect? I don't believe that you found out on your wedding day. I know it sounds like a great story to tell people. Oh, I found out my husband was 18 on wedding day. I don't believe it. He looks like he's 18. He looks like he's 15 now. And 3 years ago, what did he look like then?
He had a lot of facial hair right
Oh,
then.
come on. This kid's as smooth as a baby's ass, his face. I mean, he's a kid. And again, there's nothing wrong with it. But come on. You 3 years ago, you didn't. The way he acts like a teenager. You didn't, and I gotta imagine 3 years ago it was even worse.
No,
And here you are, a woman.
He was working. He was working.
Working
He was doing
doesn't make you
everything.
maturity. I was making submarine sandwich shops when I was 14. I wasn't ready to get married and have kids. Just
I
because he
didn't
went,
know.
he got a paycheck. He was an adult. He was mature.
Yeah, but it's not even about the money.
Why
See,
would you put yourself in a position to get pregnant if you know you didn't want to have a child with him?
No, that's not the case. First of all, we was talking about having a kid, yes. Second of all,
So why
he
would you change
started
it?
acting up.
Nareda,
He started
you just
going
said you were
everywhere.
not going to bring another child into the world
Why
because.
would I? If he's not...
So
Well,
then
then
why would you
why
just
would
say
you put
we were
yourself
talking
in a
about having a
position?
kid?
Why would you put yourself in a position to get pregnant? I understand. This relationship should be no more. You say you love her and you love her and you want to be with her, and you say you stay with him because he's got nobody else. You say he's been physically, verbally abusive. He admits to stealing. He admits to cheating. If it's all out there, first of all, you took a lie detector test before the show, right?
Yeah.
Do we even really need to get to the results?
No, because I told her I was cheating. So what's the point of me, the lie detective? I'm telling her, yo, I was cheating, and she knew about it. That's what gets me mad, because she knew about
No,
that I
I
was cheating.
didn't.
Because
I did
last
not know
year,
nothing.
let me talk.
I did not know
Oh my God, let me
nothing.
talk. Yes, you do.
No,
How you
I
gonna come
didn't.
in the
I
show
did not
and
know
say you didn't know nothing?
You're the one that always lied to me. Oh, I don't know this girl. Oh, I never put that number there. Oh, why you want my phone? Why would you hide your phone? If you're not
Because
hiding
he's
nothing.
cheating.
Exactly.
Now again, he took a lie detector test before the show, but there's really no suspense here. He's cheating. Do you want me to read the results?
I see no point in reading them now.
Let's read them just for fun. I'm going to have a little fun here with this, okay? I'm sorry. Sometimes I got to take it real seriously, but I can't, because the solution to this problem is real easy. You don't have children together.
No.
You married somebody way too young. He's 18. You don't need to be in this relationship, and you don't need to be in this relationship either. Kenny, you were asked, have you had sexual relations with anyone other than your wife in the last year? Now, you could tell me what you answered, or you could tell me the truth.
Yeah.
Have you had sexual relations with a female other than your wife in the last month?
Yeah.
Have you ever cheated on Nareda in the past month?
Yeah.
All right. He's telling the truth, because he said no to all those questions and he failed. Not a big shocker. That maybe should be the title of the show. Not a big shocker. What do you want to say to him?
Whatever, it's done. When we get to New York, we'll divorce each other. You go your way, I go my way. I don't need to waste my time on you.
You wanted to hear the truth, right? Like you said, the truth hurts,
Why
right?
couldn't you tell me yourself?
I did tell you.
No, you didn't. You
Yes,
didn't. Sorry. But
Yes,
you
I
didn't
did
say
tell you.
nothing. No, you didn't.
If I told you I cheated.
So why you said no to those answers when they were yes? Exactly.
Because I said no, but I told you though.
Whatever.
Oh my God, if I'm telling you in front of
It makes
everybody
no
that I'm
sense for you to
cheating,
talk.
common
It
sense
makes
will
no
say
sense
that,
for you
oh,
to talk anymore.
this guy is cheating.
Whatever.
And I told you,
Whatever.
you know?
Whatever.
Okay, no problem.
I mean, he does got a point. I kind of wonder, why would you want to know if he's cheating when he's telling you, I'm cheating? Did you not believe him?
Because he always told me that it was a lie, that people just talking to separate us. That was his excuse until last night.
You're a young, beautiful woman. You got your whole life still ahead of you, still very young. And you can go and you can really, I'm sure, you can find a man that's going to treat you good. I understand you're mad at him, but for a kid, he's being pretty honest. And I don't think to hear it anymore is going to help you. I don't think you need to know what exactly he did,
I don't want to know nothing else. I just want to leave.
then go and be with your son and go find yourself a good man. All right? And do yourself a favor. Grow up and don't go marrying the next woman you meet.
No, I ain't marrying no woman. I'm just gonna be dating.
You say that now. I feel I'll be doing an update show with you. Yeah. And besides, the marriage thing doesn't even scare me. It's the decision. You really need to wait to have a baby. Really think about it.
I know, but you know, it's like I told you. You know, she's like she told you right here. She was talking about the baby having a baby.
I know, but
and
now
then all
this
of a sudden, her
this is over. But this is over.
I know
and
it's
I'm
over,
saying
but that
now,
still hurts me because that was gonna be my kid.
And you know what? It's probably gonna hurt you for the rest of your
It
life.
is because that was gonna be my son.
And
Every morning he wakes up, I give him a kiss and say, "I love you, son." You know, that was gonna hurt me. You know, because I know I was gonna be a good father for my son.
And you know what, Kenny? You look out in that studio audience, me, every one of them, everybody watching at home, we all have something that we wake up, and there's something that's probably going to hurt us for the rest of our lives. Every day. You can't change it. You deal with it, and you move on.
But how am I gonna deal with it?
You know what? Someday when you have it, baby, when you're ready for it, that's how you'll deal with it. And that'll be easy. Come on. So you know what you do? You be that father in 10 years from now. You're 18, 28. You'll be mature. You'll be a great father in 10 years. And we'll give you all the help that you need now. All right? All right, buddy, let's go. Everyone's got something to say about the Steve Wilkos Show. Whether you love it, hate it, or have a funny comment, drop a line in Steve's mailbag at stevewilkos.com. If I read your email on there, I'll send you a free t-shirt. Here's my first email. I just wanted to say that I think your show is the most disgusting show on this earth. You know what they say about opinions. Everyone's got one. Brittany wrote this next email. I don't know who my father is, but I feel that if I would have had a male role model like you in my life, I would have turned out a lot better. I appreciate what you do, and you're right to treat people on your show the way you do, because they need to be taught a lesson. Brittany, I'm sorry you didn't have a father in your life. But you know what? That doesn't mean you can't be the best Brittany you can be. Don't get stuck on the past issues that cause you to second-guess yourself or make you feel worthless. Do what you can now to create the future you want for yourself. You deserve the best. This message is for those who find you rude, insensitive, and offensive. Due to the decay of the moral fabric of our society and ever more prevalent failure of the family unit, it unfortunately has come to pass that shows like the Steve Wilkos Show are the only social training that many individuals will ever get. Steve, as one former police officer to another, I applaud your efforts to educate those unfortunate souls. Keep up the good work. I couldn't have said it better. Thanks for watching, officer.